cannot take this building. Right now, you are doing something suspicious. We're going to find out who you are and what you're doing here.
No, you're not.
She does not want to go agreeably. We will detain you until we decide who you are.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's story features Pink Camera Magic, who on March 18th of 2018 went to the Cook County Courthouse in Bridgeview, Illinois to address 3 traffic tickets. At the security checkpoint, court security officers told her she could not bring her video camera into the courthouse. She left and began filming the exterior of the building. The officers noticed after about a minute of recording, and Lieutenant Milazzo exited to confront her, asked for her identification, and attempted to ascertain her intentions for filming.
Ma'am, can I ask what you're doing?
I'm recording the building.
Why?
Because I want to.
For what purpose? Can I get a supervisor to the front door, please?
Hey, ma'am, you know this is a public building?
Exactly, that's why I'm recording
It's
it.
also a court facility,
Yep.
which there is a judicial law or judicial order that says that you cannot tape this building.
Can I see that order?
Yes, come on in. We're going to check your IDs too.
Oh, no, I'm not going in.
Oh, yeah, no. We're going to run you too.
No, that's all
We're going to
right.
get your name. We're going to do a report and everything. So come on in. All right?
No.
No, yeah, you're going to come in now.
Am I being detained?
Yes.
For what?
Because right now you are doing something suspicious.
That's not a reason to detain anybody.
Well, it is for dinner. Come on.
It's really
Let's
not.
go
So
inside,
I'm just going
miss.
to stay here and continue recording.
Okay. You're going to come in and we're going to find out who you are and what you're doing here.
No, you're not.
Okay. All right, who's got cuffs? She does not want to go agreeably. Okay.
I'm being detained for just taking pictures of the building.
Yes, ma'am. You're doing something suspicious and we need to know who you are and why you're doing it. Okay?
Are you familiar with the First Amendment?
Yes. I am.
Really?
Let's
Put your
go
hands
in.
behind your back.
Come on.
Wow.
I tried to do this nicely. You are aware of Homeland Security, right?
Are you familiar with the 2010 DHS memo that allows me to film?
Okay. If you've got a reason for being here filming, then we need to know what it is.
No, you don't. It's none of your business.
Huh?
The officers have now detained Pink Camera Magic inside the courthouse. They subsequently searched through her purse and wallet to identify her, as well as searching through her camera.
Okay, you have an ID?
I don't consent to any searches. I'm taking pictures, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then we will detain you until we decide who you are.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm going to remain silent until I talk to a lawyer.
Okay. Call your lawyer.
That includes my camera as far as consent.
Well, it's already on.
Are you familiar with the Fourth Amendment?
Oh, great. Why do we always get the crazies?
She was handcuffed to a bench for 2 hours until she was brought before the presiding judge, who ordered her to delete the footage and seized her memory card. She told the judge that Lieutenant Milazzo had already deleted the footage, and while some pictures were missing, this video remained. She was ordered to return 12 days later, where the judge would return the SD card, and was told that there is a standing court order that no photography is to take place inside the courtroom, and that is going to include the entrance and the exits. The only issue is that filming and taking pictures of public buildings is lawful, constitutionally protected conduct. It doesn't give the police any authority to accuse the photographer of suspicious behavior, and it certainly doesn't provide reasonable grounds to lawfully demand her identification or seize her property. And even though Officer Milazzo said he needed her ID for a report,
No, that's all
We're going
right.
to get your name. We're going to do a report and everything. So come on in.
no report was ever written. 2 months later, Pink filed a 1983 lawsuit against Officer Milazzo, 2 unidentified officers, and Cook County for violation of her First Amendment rights, unlawfully preventing recording of a public building, violation of her Fourth Amendment rights, unlawful arrest, unlawful seizure and search of camera and camera footage, unlawful search of purse, abuse of process, and for municipal liability, policy to arrest for recording public buildings, and failure to train and supervise. Depositions were conducted by the legend, Solomon Radner, and while the depositions for this case cannot be released at this time, here is an example of how amazing he is.
Because sometimes when police officers want to detain somebody but there's no basis to do it, like for example if he just called the thin blue line a gang sign, you got to look around for a reason to do it, right?
No,
You got to try to come up with something that gives you a lawful basis to stop him, right?
not myself.
No?
No.
You weren't just trying to look for something desperately to be able to detain this man, to ID him because he was videoing you?
Not why
because,
I became
don't
a
interrupt
police
me.
officer.
Don't interrupt me.
Not why I became a
Don't
police
interrupt
officer.
me. Let me finish the question. You weren't just looking around for a reason to detain him and ID him because he was videoing you, videoed your personal car, and called the thin blue line a gang sign?
No, sir.
Your testimony is, even though Settles refers to the video twice, you refer to the video, and then you say, we need to know what you're doing, and then you make physical contact with him, and then and only then do you say a word about that illegally parked car. Your testimony is still that when you put your hands on my client, it was not even driven in part by the fact that he was videoing, right?
Correct.
Excellent. And that's what you're going to tell the jury.
Yes.
You're not going to come to court and change that.
No. May I say something?
No.
Sure, say whatever you want.
No, wait for a question.
What did you want to say?
No, I'm okay.
You can say it.
I'm okay.
Because I don't want you to accuse me of stopping you. Your lawyer's stopping you.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. I want you to say whatever you were going to say.
No, sir.
What were you just going to say?
I forgot.
Oh.
During the depositions, Lieutenant Milazzo even admitted he didn't know the difference between a detention and an arrest, and Solomon Radner made the lieutenant look like a bumbling fool. As soon as the depositions can be made public, Pink will release them on her channel. After 3 years of fighting, Pink's attorneys filed a motion for summary judgment, but the judge ruled against it, filing an opinion on September 28, 2021. Here is a short example of what he wrote. In Katie v. Sheehan, the 7th Circuit held that an officer was entitled to conduct a Terry stop of an individual who is, quote, lurking amongst the bushes outside a courthouse 2 hours before it opens, is shabbily dressed, carrying a briefcase, claims to be a federal process server, refuses to provide identification upon request, and is evasive in response to police questioning. As the court reasoned, a reasonably prudent officer would be concerned for the safety of the officers and civilians in the area, as well as for the stopped individual. Here, as in Katie, a reasonably prudent officer would be concerned about the well-being of officers, jurors, witnesses, victims, and judicial employees after seeing plaintiff, Pink Camera Magic, videotaping the courthouse and refusing to answer basic questions, especially where, as here, reasonable cause existed to believe plaintiff captured footage of the court entrance and inside the courthouse, including the security post itself. The court finally concluded that qualified immunity forecloses Pink's unconstitutional seizure claims and directed the clerk to enter judgment in defendant's favor on all counts, terminating the civil case. However, Pink Camera Magic and her attorneys plan to appeal the decision. The full memorandum will be linked in the description, along with links to Pink Camera Magic's channel. Be sure to head over there for future updates, and while you're there, let her know I sent you. Thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like me to review, email it or send it in via Facebook Messenger. You can also view this and other content on my website. If you're new here, subscribe for future content. If you've been around for a while, remember to like, share, and comment down below of what you think of this interaction. Shirts and other goodies are available at the Teespring store linked below. Channel memberships start at just $1 if you'd like to further support the channel and get a slick lack logo next to your name. I'll see you in the next video. All links are down below.